I don't know about you guys, but I love Courtney Cook. Want her to be my friend. I have made a ton of her recipes, but these soy marinated eggs went super viral on the internet, and we actually got the chance to talk to her, and she gave us some tips on how to make them.
4 or 5 boiled eggs, half a cup of soy sauce in, half a cup of water, a teaspoon of garlic powder, some chopped scallions or jalapenos, sweet chili sauce. Mix it all together, and then you put the hard-boiled eggs in there and let them sit for, I don't know, 12 hours, 24 hours, and they are chef's kiss.
Okay, so our first step in the recipe is actually to hard boil the eggs. I watched a few of Courtney's videos. She says to hard boil them for 6 to 7 minutes so the yolk is still a little bit jammy. We actually need to start with boiling water. It might sound weird and crazy, but we're gonna slowly lower the eggs into the boiling water, and just be careful they don't crack when they go in. This is gonna help that shell come off really easy. I've tried every other method. I've tried vinegar, I've tried salt, I've tried the cold water method. None of that works. This works every time. It's because the boiling water, once it hits the shell, it shocks the egg white away from the egg. So it creates like a really easy peel. All right, so the eggs have been cooking for 7 minutes. And then the other really important part about the boiling method is you have to shock them in ice cold water. This is gonna stop the cooking process, so you get that really jammy center, but a set white. We're gonna let these sit in the ice bath for just like 5 minutes to cool them down. To crack them, I like to tap the bottom and tap the top, then gently tap the sides. Don't tap too hard or you could crush the egg. And then we're just gonna peel it. See how it just comes off in these big, beautiful, easy chunks? And that's it, works every time. All right, so for Courtney's marinade, it's super simple. She does equal parts soy sauce and water, so half a cup of each, 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup of sweet chili sauce. So the sauce is gonna add sweetness and just a little bit of heat. It's not too spicy. And garlic powder. Courtney loves jalapenos, so she says to do 2 whole jalapenos. So we're just gonna whisk this together. We just wanna make sure everything's evenly combined and that chili sauce is like incorporated. So we're just gonna put our eggs in a container. You need something tall so the eggs have enough room to marinate, and you just want to be gentle so you don't break them. Okay, and then we're just gonna pour the marinade over top. The thing about Courtney, she eats these whole. She puts these in whole in the jar and lets them almost like pickle, and then she eats them on the side as well. And then we're just gonna cover it and let these sit overnight in the fridge. We have a swap. We made these last night, so let's give them a try. I smell the jalapeno right away. That scares me a little bit. All right, let's cut it open. To me, that's perfect. Cooked around the edges, but still jammy in the middle. It looks so good. The thing about Courtney is all her recipes always have a ton of toppings and condiments. So for these eggs, we're gonna drizzle it with a little bit of QP and then just some crispy onion. She eats everything with a scallion on the side, so we're just gonna plate it up with one. And we're done, that's it. So let's give it a try. Cheers. That's incredible. All right, she eats it with a scallion. Let's try it. That was a lot. So the egg is 10 out of 10. It was so flavorful, so great. But I think I'll pass on the scallion. It was just like a little too bitter. I don't know how she does it.
So now we're gonna make some Korean Mayak eggs. This recipe is from a Korean grandma friend of Tasty, but I know everyone's grandma is gonna make this differently, a little bit. Everyone has their own recipe. But this is one version that's gonna be delicious. We're starting off with 2/3 cup of soy sauce, half a cup of water, and then a 1/4 cup of Korean brown rice syrup. If you've never seen this syrup before, it's sold at a lot of Korean grocery stores. There are a lot of Korean recipes that use either a rice syrup or a Korean corn syrup, actually. To make sure the syrup is all incorporated, I'm gonna whisk this together first. Sometimes it helps to use warm water to try to melt the syrup or sugar. Just wanna whisk it until I don't see it like looping off the whisk anymore. Now we're gonna add all of our many other seasonings and flavorings, starting with some crushed garlic, chopped scallions. Then we're adding some white onion. I like slicing it like with a mandolin. That's how my mother-in-law does it. So that's how we're doing it today. And then we have some of a chopped chili pepper. This is often called a Korean chili pepper. In Korean, it's 청고추. Gochu just means pepper though. We have it cut up, and then cut up really tiny, we have some Thai chili pepper. It looks so pretty with all the colors. It's like Christmas. Lastly, we just have some sesame seeds. Now we're gonna give this another little mix, and some people like to just like crush up the peppers so that it releases all the juices. I'm satisfied with this. It looks yummy. Now I have 6 eggs that we boiled for 6 minutes. They still have nice jammy insides, which will be really yummy when we serve this. Now we're gonna add all of our marinade on top. That looks so good. And it is nice to use a tall container so that it's all covered. We're just gonna cover it, pop it in the fridge, and let it marinate for 12 hours, overnight, a week, however long you like. Okay guys, 24 hours later, I'm still wearing the same shirt, same makeup, everything. Let's try our eggs. So these eggs are often considered like banchan, a side dish in Korean cuisine, but honestly it's also very much like a full meal. And I'm gonna show you guys how I like to eat these. Now let's see how jammy she's looking inside. Wait, that's perfect. Oh my god. So the way that I would normally eat this is the best struggle meal ever. If you just have these living in the fridge, you get these little Korean instant rices. These are called hetban. It refers to the style of pre-cooked rice that you just pop in the microwave for a couple minutes. It comes out perfectly cooked every time. Sometimes it tastes better than the rice cooker, in my opinion. And I make myself the perfect little delightful eggy treat. I'm gonna place my eggs and then drizzle a little bit more of the saucy goodness on top. And for the last topping, I love to use this flaky seaweed. It just adds a lot of texture. It adds a little bit of like a sweet savoriness, and it just makes for the perfect little treat. I'm so excited for this, so let's give it a try. I could make a dozen of these and they'd be gone within a few days. It's just a perfect little snack meal, everything. So now we've seen two really fun but different ways to make soy sauce marinated eggs. We're gonna bring in some taste testers to try both Courtney's and the Korean Mayak eggs and see what they think.
It smells so good.
It smells like soy sauce.
That smells spicy. I'm excited about this one.
I enjoy.
I like.
That's really good.
You know what? That's actually not bad.
A little bit of like umami,
I definitely taste the soy sauce.
These are spicy.
but I also detect a little bit of sweetness in this one.
They're salty too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm curious what this one, it looks like it has a little bit of cream on it.
Is this like spicy mayo on it? Or just regular mayo? It looks pretty good too. I like that one. This one tastes just like sushi.
They're both so different, but they're both so good.
That one's richer. I think it's like really filling.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite because they're different moods.
I think I'm more into this flavor. I'm really into like sushi with like spicy mayo on it and all that. I also like the crispy onion, so I like the extra crunch on it.
I could eat a whole plate of these. I think this one I'd have maybe 2 max because it is just so thick and rich. It's quite wealthy.
I see myself having these for lunch and these for dinner. They're both equally delicious though.
Once you hit cut, I'm gonna eat the rest of both of them. I would like the recipe, please.